And now, it's Boomer Life, lifestyle discussion designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete. Celebrating the baby boomer generation, this is Boomer Life on CIL 650.
Well, it is September, and thank you, Earth, Wind, and Fire, for the reminder. Welcome to Boomer Life here on CIL 650. I'm Sterling Fox, joined in studio from Shannon Oaks by Jillian Fullerton, Baptist Housing Sales and Marketing Manager for not only Shannon Oaks, but all of British Columbia. Hello, nice to see you again.
Great to be here again, Sterling.
Last time you were here, you and the director, Sean, were here, and it was Carnival Day. You did the show, you jumped in the car and blitzed back to Shannon Oaks. How did it go?
It was fantastic. It was our best carnival ever. We had a great turnout. There was little kids, there was grandmas, there was parents. It was clowns, there was face painting, there was calliope music, cotton candy, ice cream, all complimentary, of course.
Of course.
And all sorts of games. We had all sorts of games all through our inner courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
It was colorful, it was fun, a little bit noisy sometimes when the what's that thing, the hammer gone and the bell goes up.
Oh, right.
Bang.
Oh, of course.
There's
right,
all
right.
sorts of screams of delight when a person actually got the bell to ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just fun. And that's what we're about.
Right.
Baptist Housing, one of our values is fun. So the carnival is really essential to who we are.
Now, I've mentioned both Baptist Housing, and so have you, and Shannon Oaks. So what's the connection between Baptist Housing and Shannon Oaks?
Baptist Housing owns Shannon Oaks. Baptist Housing is a non-profit society. We have 16 properties throughout British Columbia.
Okay.
And it's all non-profit, and each one supports the other. So the profits essentially that we get from, say, Shannon Oaks, both here in Victoria and here in Vancouver,
Okay.
they go into our more affordable housing to supporting things like that.
Okay.
So Baptist Housing does excellent work. I've worked in the field of seniors retirement communities for over 22 years. Baptist Housing's the best, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. The result is amazing.
And I think this is a fair question to ask in the wake of the explanation about Baptist Housing. Is it necessary for a person contemplating moving to Shannon Oaks, Victoria, or Shannon Oaks, Vancouver, to be of the Baptist persuasion?
Not at all. You don't have to be Christian. You don't have to be Baptist. We have Muslim people in our community. We have Jewish people in our community. We have non-believers at all in our community.
Okay.
And we have Christian folk as well.
Okay.
So it is a faith-based community, and that, I think, makes the difference. I've wondered why it is so good. What makes it? It's the caring and compassion between the whole team members on site, but also from head office down. So I get the caring compassion from our CEO to our CFO. They're right there supporting us on site. They will send us notes saying congratulations on X, Y, or Z. They are amazing folk.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
Now, you mentioned Baptist Housing operates 16 different communities across British Columbia, most of which are where? Here in the Lower Mainland?
We have, no, not necessarily. We have a few in the Lower Mainland. We have a lot in the Okanagan.
Okay.
Kelowna, Penticton area, a lot there. We have campuses of care there in those areas. Of course, Shannon Oaks, Victoria is wonderful as well. It's similar to Shannon Oaks, Vancouver.
Except it's newer, isn't it?
A few years newer, that's true. But it's, how can I say, it's the flagship is really Vancouver. Shannon Oaks, Victoria is as good, if not, well, they're different because of different locations.
Sure, of course.
And some people, live in the Vancouver area. Some people live in the Victoria area.
Sure.
It's a little bit smaller. It's more of 100-plus suites. We're 145.
Okay. Jillian, can you help us out here by telling us what's offered, what sorts of options are offered at Shannon Oaks?
Yes, I certainly can. At Shannon Oaks is independent living. What that means is you get all your meals prepared for you. You get housekeeping, weekly housekeeping done. We provide you at Shannon Oaks with all your sheets and all your towels. Once a week, our staff comes in as they're tidying and vacuuming and dusting and cleaning the bathroom and kitchen. They'll take the sheets off the bed, make the bed with fresh sheets, put out clean towels. All of that is provided. But in addition,
all of the chores, you really don't want to do much anymore.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, that's right. No, that's very true. Also, we have wonderful entertainment. So there is bus trips, there's picnics, there's we go out to movies, to plays, all sorts of things. We take our residents on trips.
Sure.
Obviously, we do shopping as well. We have entertainment in there. We have a great big auditorium and a stage. We have our own choir, by the way, so they give us little concerts.
I haven't heard them yet, but I've seen I've seen where they perform.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. Then we also have concerts. We've got a lovely grand Yamaha there, which is gorgeous. So we have concerts in there. We have exercise classes, unbelievable. We at least once a day, if not twice. When I left this morning, it was yoga happening.
Okay.
So I mean, all sorts of different types. We have, a gentle fit. We have cardio. We have, strength and stretch. All those sort of different kinds of exercises. So we keep you fit. We have all those sorts of things. We have 24-hour emergency response.
Right. And this is all under the general heading of independent living.
What it is, it's also called supportive housing.
Okay.
So the supports are there to keep you independent longer. So you're getting balanced meals, nutritious meals. You're getting social interaction with people. So you're talking, you're meeting new people, you're doing social activities. All of those are for good health. You're doing exercise programs. This is all, you have your own apartment. You have your own apartment, your own things in your apartment, and all that. But you also have a community of friends you share meals with, you share excursions with, you do exercises with. Now, being Baptist housing, too, we do have chapel services if you want to attend, things like that. But there is it's a wonderful environment. Now, also at Shannon Oaks, if you require, as we age, we may need a little bit of help. We may need some help, maybe, let's say, maybe dressing or something like that, or getting a bath. Getting a bath is a good example. We've got a wonderful spa there where the baths, you open the door and it's got all the jets and it's a heated seat, and so you can sit down, and it's one you walk into.
Oh, sure.
So you don't have to climb over the bath.
Yes, yeah.
So, but it's always good if you need assistance with that. So that's fine. You can get that at Shannon Oaks as well.
So this would be, if you talked about independent living, then the next category would be assisted living. Okay, and that's also available at Shannon Oaks, right?
Assisted living, that's at Clarendon Court. That's a government funded right next to us. So if you need help, there is in assisted living, there are 6 prescribed services.
Okay.
So every community that offers assisted living offers, say, you can get 2 of those, 2 of the 6.
Any 2 of the 6.
Any 2 of the 6.
I see, okay.
But once you get 3, then you are into residential care.
Okay.
Which is more of a hospital-like setting, I would say.
Okay.
It's called complex care.
And you don't have that at Shannon Oaks.
No, we don't have
But tell us about Clarendon Court, because this is an interesting story, friends, because first and foremost, the one rather important detail that we've left out so far about Shannon Oaks is this organization and this facility, this at least the same piece of real estate upon which Shannon Oaks now sits, has been part of Baptist housing for over 50 years.
That's correct.
And the original building on the site was called Clarendon Court, right?
What was called Clarendon? Was it Court? I mean, it was Clarendon anyway.
Right.
So
that's why the name still survives, and it's still part of Shannon Oaks, isn't it?
That's right. It was initially low-rent housing for seniors, and then it became a care facility. And then that was torn down, and Clarendon Court today was built, which is assisted living,
right.
government-funded assisted living.
Okay,
So that has a whole history. But that's where Baptist housing started 50 years ago.
50 years ago, right,
That's
in East
right.
Vancouver,
That's
on Waverly Avenue, right there in the Killarney area of the. If you're heading out of town on 49th Avenue and you hit Killarney High School, you've gone too far.
You have.
You got to go back about 4 blocks and turn left on Elliott and go up a block to Waverly in their yard.
Right.
Shannon
Waverly
Oaks.
and 49th run parallel to one another. Waverly is 1 block north of 49th.
Now, back to the terminology, the descriptions of these different types of options available to seniors in communities. Well, you talked about Baptist housing 16 communities, and you mentioned something called a campus of care. Now, that's not at Shannon Oaks. You have one of those up in the Okanagan, I know of.
We do.
And that would be where the third level of living options is also available, and that's called what again?
That's first of all, you have independent living,
right? Yep.
Assisted living,
yes,
and residential care.
That's the one.
Or complex care, it's also called.
Okay.
Now the terminologies are now getting a little bit more common. 20 years ago, it was all over the place.
Right.
There was all sorts of terminologies, and you'd go to one municipality and they'd call it one thing and another one would call it something else. Now we're getting all under the same umbrella.
Well, for those of us boomers particularly who generally carry the can for mom and dad, at least at the investigation phase of this whole seniors retirement community living, in many cases it's us boomers, the kids that go out and do the legwork and just gather the pamphlets, do the first walkthrough and get all the information, at least have your ducks in a row before you sit down and broach the subject. And so it's important for us to understand what these levels of care are. So the fact that the industry, the retirement industry, seems to finally be getting together and settling on 3 industry-wide definitions, that's going to be very helpful to those of us who are trying to do right by mom and dad.
It is. And I think it's important that the adult children do find the information out. Anybody would like to get any information, they can certainly give me a call at Shannon Oaks, and that number is 604-324-6257.
Okay.
604-324-6257.
That's Jillian's number at Shannon Oaks.
That's right.
And if you didn't have a chance to jot it down, we did that rather quickly. We'll come back. We'll revisit the number and give it to you a little. And of course, all the information, the contact information, emails, phone numbers, and all that sort of thing are available on the website, and that's ShannonOaks.com.
That's right.
And when you go to ShannonOaks.com, you will be presented on your computer screen with 2 options. You get to go Vancouver or Victoria. So if you're on the island and you're thinking about maybe Oak Bay, well then just click on Shannon Oaks Victoria, and all the information, including Leo's contact information, number, and email will pop up. Otherwise, if you click on Shannon Oaks Vancouver, you'll get all the information about the community here in the east side of the city in Killarney, as we just mentioned. Shannon Oaks, one word, Shannon Oaks, SHANNON, Oaks.com. We're back with more with Jillian Fullerton after this quick timeout. It's Boomer Life on CIL 650.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CIL 650.